bones, I built a temple from the rubble still. Tried to clip me, I'm a phoenix, every ash fulfills. Voices whispering, you ain't enough, yet here I am. Them battles turn to blessings, what's a lion to the lamb? Burdens heavy, but my God been steady spot lifting. Crosses on my back, still I'm walking like they weightless. Shadow of a valley, but the shepherd keep me fearless. Sword of flame don't matter, I'm protected when creator's nearest. Paranoia had me wrestling with my doubt though. Every demon tried their best, I never bow, no. No weapon, no weapon formed against me prospers ever. They sharpen but can't pierce what's wrapped in holy tether. No weapon, scars remind me where I'm from. Victory.
Chase and Tail is sponsored by Wilson Combat and Icotech Game Calls.
Alright, we are at it for a little bit tonight. This guy's back in action. So I'm not alone tonight, but we're gonna try to, I don't know where I'm just going, but we're gonna try to do like a full step-by-step how-to. Maybe make a couple stands, so if we miss something on one stand, we'll try to get it on the next one. We'll try to, may even have to do a little bit of talking in the truck, just to explain a few things with like how we run the call or the remote or whatever. But hopefully we'll get into a few, get us closer to 100, and then we'll also be able to give you guys the best step-by-step on how we do things. Like I said, it's not just because we do it this way don't mean everyone has to. It's just kind of giving some tips and guidance on why we do what we do and what works for us. So on the call thing, I went over it in a couple videos ago on the tips and tricks, but just to summarize it, I have my brightness all the way down, call sequence delay on 20 seconds, which is the 20-second interval of silence between the sound replaying again. And other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot to go over. Have it on night mode, of course, but I'll go over sounds real fast on volumes, howls, depends on the night. If it's a calm night like tonight, there's a little bit of wind, doesn't really feel like it. It's pretty darn quiet out. I run howls at a little higher volume, probably 22 to 25 volume out of 30 on the Icotech, that is. And distress, I'll run anywhere from 15 to 19, somewhere in there. Something that sounds realistic to you. So if it's a little bit windier night, you can crank the call up a little bit. Make it sound kind of realistic to you. And then pub distress is kind of the same way. I'll run it about 15, 19, maybe a little louder if it's windy. But I'll try to get sequences recorded if I can remember to do it, and just play like 10-second clips of what I'm playing and explain to you guys what we're playing. But either way, gonna get on to the first spot, I reckon. You got anything at all that I'm forgetting?
No. I would say most people are just overcomplicating it. Yeah. Thinking about it too much would be the one thing that I could say that, like we were just talking about, sometimes there's, almost never there's going to be the ideal setup. We don't skip spots necessarily because of certain winds. We don't skip spots because we can't see very far or we have no cover. You make the most out of what you got, and hunting is hunting, and you can't kill them on the couch. So we pretty much go regardless, but we try to make the most of every situation. And to reiterate what Anthony said, one of the biggest tips that we can give anybody is just land access. And I know that's tough, but land access is always going to be the number one tip, because you're always going to be able to, if you have enough land, keep spots fresh and call to not so educated coyotes, hopefully. Yeah. So,
and I mean, you can't be afraid to get told no. Like, we've been told no many times. Usually everyone's super polite, and
don't be scared, because coyotes are a lot different than deer. I mean, any of you hunters know, going and asking for deer permission, turkey permission, that's tough. That really is. That's really tough. Cow permission is a lot more laid back. People aren't going to run you off their porch 9 times out of 10.
It's getting a little harder because it's getting more popular.
It is, but it's still easier than turkey or deer, because coyotes are an issue for a lot of people, and some people, they're not really an issue. They're just a nuisance. They're tired of hearing them out their window. So
yeah. On that, I completely lost train of thought. I had something right on my tongue that I was going to say, and now I'm drawing a blank. But yes, like you said, land access, don't be afraid to be told no. It definitely helps to door knock. Like I said before, do it in person if you can. Show your face, be respectable. The other thing I'm gonna have to mention later because I completely lost. My brain's smoking right now trying to think about it. But either way, we're gonna get to the first spot, and hopefully we can get into some. So we're at the first spot. As you see, we shut off the dome lights that kick on with the doors, so that way we ain't announcing everything that we're here. Sometimes I'll kill the headlights as we're pulling in so we ain't shining, and we don't slam doors. I'm gonna set this down real quick. But we try to be as quiet and do it in the dark as much as we can. Sure you have one rack. Anyways, we go ahead and set our guns up on our tripods, lock them in and all that, because that's how we carry them in. That way if we get to walking in there and something's out there, then we can be quick. But we're gonna go ahead and get out here and try to get set up, and I'll use the thermal to show me putting out the call and kind of what we're doing. Alright, so the first sequence I'm going to start with is the group howl. It's in ICOTEC's group howl library. It's called Group Talk. I'm going to start with that, see if anything responds. Right now they're pretty silent when they come in, so I'm just going to start with this, see if they respond. There's a good chance they won't, but then we'll kind of ease into something else. Okay guys, so it's been about a minute, maybe 2 of silence. Gonna try a little Tony Tebby riled up male. This is a preloaded sound on the ICOTEC call. Okay guys, so it's been a few minutes now, set in silence. Gonna switch it over. Been scanning. Haven't seen nothing yet. So we're gonna probably switch it over to start out with some, it's called Tiny Pups. It's in the Coyote Pup distress category in the ICOTEC sound files. Gonna try some Tiny Pups real quick and see if that gets something fired up. If it does, there's a good chance it'll be a female, but we're just trying to get something in, so. I have it kind of quiet right now. I have it on 19. Just to keep it kind of realistic sounding. I'm not going to take as long a break on this one. What we're going to do is roll straight from that little, it's kind of a mild pup distress. So we're going to roll straight into like a little bit feistier one.
So now we're gonna roll into like a full out pup distress. Try to get them fired up with that. This one will be Tony Debbie's Den Raid HD. It's a sound that I paid for, so it's not on the COYOTE sound library, but gonna give it a shot.
Okay, guys, so stand didn't work out. We're still standing here where we started, but we are just going to kind of show you guys why we set up the way we did, even though the stand didn't work. I'll step out of the way. You can kind of see the trees and stuff behind us. It's a little patch of timber behind us. We're standing in front of these trees, of course, to block our silhouette. There's going to be stands where you can't, you may have that big ag field where the timber's at the very back of it 500 yards away and you can't keep from getting silhouetted. I mean, we've hunted lots of spots where we just stand where we stand and just got to be careful.
Stand in the middle of the field and try to stand still.
And just get the call out away from you where you think if you think they're going to come from straight ahead, move the call off to your right a ways or left a ways, of course, according to the wind. But keep their eyes in a different direction. That's one thing we enjoy with the Outlaw Pro is having that decoy, getting it flopping. It don't matter what sound you're playing. If you can kind of have some movement in one direction, it may kind of take their attention. But we stand back here, and I mean, of course, like if we have hand scanners, and that's one thing we wanted to go over is with the hand scanner, we just stand here and we'll just be behind the gun and you can just do this.
Just a pivot.
Yeah, just pivot in your upper body. These are huge. If you hunt alone, hand scanners are huge. I had a guy message us, I don't remember if it was on Instagram or what, a while back, and he said, hey, like if I was gonna prioritize one, getting a can or getting a hand scanner, what should I get? And he was asking us, and I messaged him back and I said, 100% a hand scanner is going to make the biggest difference. Like a can ain't going to make you kill more dogs, but a hand scanner can, because
dogs are firing off now.
Yeah, they're ways off there. But either way, like a hand scanner, you could sit here and with minimal movement scan 360. And the last couple nights, and the last couple videos, like whenever I go out by myself, like that's huge for me because you can scan so much more by yourself and with minimal movement. Like this isn't a lot of movement, which we usually scan slower than that. But yeah, like he's showing, like if you're scanning behind the gun, like these legs stick out and it's a lot to just maneuver around, and it's a lot more movement. And if you got twigs and brush at his feet, you may be scanning this way and see something and snap a twig. I mean, you just got to be super smart on how you're going to do it. If you don't have a hand scanner, you don't have one. But that's one thing that's crucial for us, when we're walking in here, we have as you guys seen, I didn't mention it, but we had our red lights on, just because the lane we walk up is super dark and you can't walk through it in the dark. But we'll walk and we'll scan constantly. There's a lot of dogs we've killed from it. There's a lot of dogs that we would not have seen if we weren't scanning as we walk in.
That's one thing I was gonna definitely say is like the stand is never ever over until you're back at the truck. I mean, we walked in here about 350 yards. We scanned our way in, killed lots of dogs like that. We called, we've done everything. We've got a flashlight on us right now, and I'll still scan on the way out. We could still kill dogs on the way out. Mm-hmm. Some dogs that may just be hanging out, some dogs that maybe were coming to the call and just kind of got uninterested. You never know, but it's literally never over.
I don't know how, like coyotes, the best way to put them is they are masters at their craft, and they probably don't even think about it. It's just second nature, but coyotes use the lay of the land in the best, better than deer.
Yeah.
Like deer can stop and blend in, and so can coyotes. But coyotes, how many times have we got to a fence and okay, let's cross this fence, and we just scan the field and we'll cross the fence, and then you'll be like, hey, right here. And I'm like, what? No way. And they'll be sitting there, and it's like, where did he come from?
Or you you're in a field where you can see almost a half mile and a coyote pops up 200 yards from you. It's like,
yeah, just out of like there was some contour that you couldn't see. So we just wanted to kind of go over this real quick and explain it. This is how we set up in brush if we can. If we can't, we'll stand out in the open. It's just all about your movement and how you try to place the call to your best ability and help you keep your eyes off yourself, the sound off you, because if you always just, I'm gonna throw the call out in front of me, and the coyotes you normally come from in front of you, you're not helping yourself, because that coyote's gonna come straight in, the call's in between you, and if you sit in here and you're like, oh, there he is, and you get behind the gun and he sees movement because he's coming right at you, you may have busted yourself. But be smart how you put the call out, play with the wind, play with how you want them to look, where you want them to look. I put it that way because the wind's going this way, and I thought if they come from that way, they're going to be looking that way, but coming towards us, because they're going to be coming downwind of that call right in front of us, maybe coming from that way. And if they come up that way, like, don't ever rule something out. Yeah. Coyotes will come downwind, but don't think, oh, I put the call here, the wind's blowing that way, they're going to come from this way. No. We've had coyotes come from upwind. They may come from behind us. We don't know. Like, don't ever rule anything out. Always scan. We have a good system when there's a bunch of us. Like right here, me and Bo don't have to talk because we've done this enough together that we don't talk, but Bo knows that's his direction. This is my direction. That don't mean I may not look his way, but this is my way, that's his way. And kind of like a half circle. That circle, side of the circle is his, this half is mine. And you all just work together. If there's four of us and far guy gets that side, far guy gets that side, two guys in the middle just help each other. Mm-hmm. and do it that way. Trying to think if there's anything else that we could.
If there's one thing I could say about the stand is that, you know, we are human. Like we said, we're not better than anybody else at this. And this right here is an exact, it's a depiction of what we go through all the time. I mean, we do what makes the most sense to us and still don't call in coyotes. Yeah, we heard them around. We're still hearing them. But just because you're not calling in coyotes means you're doing something wrong. There's no right way or wrong way. I don't care what anybody tells you. There's never going to be the way or the wrong way. Mm-hmm. So we have lots of difference of opinions. Like Anthony was talking about his volume levels. Typically, Anthony runs his call volume levels a lot lower than I do. Mm-hmm. And we both have...
Yeah, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
And he likes it loud.
We both have success. So one other thing that I will say about calling is we always try to do what makes sense for a stand. So you don't want to start out a stand and just jump straight into an aggressive sound and then go back into like a howl. We always try to start the stand off with some sort of howl usually. And try to locate coyotes, try to get an answer, and then we'll jump into something kind of softer and kind of progress our way up to a certain point. And then like Anthony said, what we were trying wasn't really working out. So everybody has those calls that have worked for them. So what's it going to hurt? At the end of the stand, you haven't called in any coyotes. Try your favorite sound. Yeah. Blast it. Do whatever.
To be honest, like this, like I was telling Bo, I don't think we were recording at the time. This whole stand sequence revolved around like a pup distress. It's our coyotes pupping right now? No, but there's a lot of females that are probably already bred. And like I told him, I was like, it's more of like piquing their interest, getting that instinct in them. Once they're bred, they kind of start getting pups on their mind. And if it's not so much that, oh, they haven't pupped yet, but if you trigger that instinct of like they're bred and now they're thinking about pups and then you throw a pup sound, coyotes ain't always going to be like, well, there ain't no way there's pups out right now. They're thinking, oh, wait, my instinct is kicking in and I'm going to go check it out because, you know, you fire them up. Yeah. And honestly, we haven't ran pup distress, like a lot of pup distress this whole year. This was like an experiment just to see if we could get something fired up. And then another thing I want to say about howls, like Bo was talking about, if we would have come out here and I would have started off with that riled up male sound I use a lot and then switched into something, say Border Wars. If we would have come out here and 3 coyotes come in, we shoot and we don't hit a 1. The next time we come out here, which some people ask, like, how often you hit spots? It just depends how good a spot is, how much it produces. If we come out here and we miss 3 dogs and this spot produces, we may be back next weekend. Yeah. And we may give it 7 days.
Or if we come out and we kill all the 3 dogs, we might come out the next night because there's no educated dogs.
Yeah. It's all about how you feel. But what I was saying is, like, if we would have educated 3 dogs right there, the next time I come back, most likely I'm not playing that riled up male or Border Wars again, because I don't know if they've memorized that hey, I heard that sound, something wasn't right, and then they hear that sound next time we're out and they're gone because they hear that. I'm gonna switch sounds. I'm gonna try maybe start off with a lone female or something. I'm gonna mix it up, throw them for a loop, and maybe put the call in a different spot. Maybe we'll stand in a different spot or something. But like, it's all about learning. Everything we've done, we've learned. We're like we said, we're not pros. It's just everything we've done, we've learned. We experiment just like that. Let's try some pup distress because it's mid-March, and it didn't work. But this is like the ugly reality of it.
It's mid-March.
Well, yeah, it's slow, and like I said before, coyotes howled back. That doesn't mean them dogs are coming in. This last 2 weeks for me, I've been hunting hard. And almost every single dog, I think every single dog I've killed has not responded to a call. I'll hear them a ways that way, and I'll have a coyote or two come in from this way. Dead silent. And like I said before, if they don't call, doesn't mean they're not coming. If they do call, doesn't mean they are coming. But this is the reality, best way to put it. You guys don't see our blank stands a lot of the times. I may show like a short clip, but you guys don't see this. This does happen to us. It happens to everybody. You just got to keep pushing this spot.
That's what makes hunting. If you went out and killed every single spot.
It wouldn't be that fun.
The challenge is where the fun comes from.
The chess match. And one last thing is, like I said, go with your gut. Me and Bo haven't came to this spot in almost 2 months.
Yeah.
This spot, last time we was here, we seen a dog.
Missed it.
But we hadn't hit the spot in 2 months. We came here because we thought, hey, this will be a good spot to go show them a kill, show them what we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, we're going out of here empty-handed.
Yeah.
But we may go down the road, go to a spot that we've hit 5, 6, 10 times this season.
Yeah.
And we may kill a dog.
Yeah, we might go all night long and not kill a dog.
Yeah.
But the reality of it is we're out here to have fun, and that's why I said earlier, I think people take this stuff too serious sometimes.
You can't overestimate them, but you can't underestimate them. Yeah.
We're out here to have fun. So at the end of the day, God gave us 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 hands to walk out here and to spend time in His creation and try to kill coyotes like we love to do. So at the end of the day, it's all a blessing. Killing coyotes or not killing coyotes. I'm just saying, for some of those guys that are getting down, and it is mid-March, so it's a tough time to call coyotes, a really tough time, and it's just fun to be out here. Just take it for what it is. Like tonight, it's a nice night. It's calm. I just heard a train from the closest train is it's way over there. I'm talking over 7 miles probably, and I can hear it from here. That's how nice the night is, because it's just so calm.
You don't have to have the nicest of the nice. That's what I was talking to Bo. Is we started off with Primos turbo dog calls. We just used to punch buttons. We may go from rabbit distress to pup distress.
We didn't even know that there was anything other than rabbit distress.
Yeah, we used to only play a lot of we used to only play a lot of distress sounds, and now you guys won't hear us play a lot of distress. I don't care to play distress. We'll try it. If it's working that night, we may keep with it a little bit. But I'm not going to come out here and play rabbit. I'm not going to play on the golden corral of sounds. I'm not going to play every sound in the book and give them a buffet of different stuff. It may work for you, but vocals, you got to get good at vocals. You got to get good at figuring out what they like to hear, what they want to hear. If you get something, don't be afraid to get in a routine. If a riled up male with a call one in on the first spot and we go to the next spot, I'm probably going to start the riled up male again and just see if that works again. If it doesn't, so what? But you don't have the nicest of the nice. Thermals, tripods, none of it. You can kill a dog. You come out here and lip squeak, maybe kill a dog. You come out here with a mouth call, maybe kill a dog. But either way, we just kind of want to go over our setup on this one. We may go over it again if we kill one at the next spot or whatever. May show you guys again, hey, we were set up like this again, and kind of go over everything. I think I got all the call sequences kind of on video. Hopefully the audio and everything's good. Didn't work out, but that's just it. Sometimes you can play the best of the best and not work, and sometimes you can go and turn on something by accident and kill a dog. It's still luck at the end of the day, and having ground. But we're gonna pack up here. We're gonna get on with it, and hopefully we'll get some at the next spot. So.
Tony Tebby's riled up male on this one, guys. Got some guys about, sound like they're a quarter or half mile away. Right over that hill. We're gonna answer them back, try to get them coaxed in here. I'm gonna try answer pair. It's not really the way we want them to come in from, so if we get a clear shot to the next hillside, we may have to take it. For the third, I think it's the third sound, we're gonna try Tony Tebby's super ticked coyote. Act like there's a coyote that's irritated, hopefully roll into something else. Gonna roll into Tony Tebby's pack attack, which is just a little fight sound. Kind of a little last ditch effort, guys. We're gonna run some BFAs. Baby Bunny got the old decoy spinning. Don't know if it's gonna coax them in, but just kind of a last ditch effort at this spot. Watch 3 of them just come running in.
That'd be awesome. Is that all the sound consists of?
It plays for like 10 seconds, stops for like 10 seconds or something.
That's kind of distance.
I could run 2 of them.
Yeah,
Or run 2 baby bunnies. I got double the trouble.
it's kind of weird that it can do that either.
Back hill. He's on the back hill. See him? Getting 405.
You got 280.
I'm on the hill to the right.
Yeah, he's running to the left.
Is he? Oh, I got 280 now.
He'll come across the side of that hill, we can smash him. Right there. Oh, he's chasing a rabbit, or a rabbit's running.
Oh, I see.
Huh? I see rabbits, but I don't see him anymore.
I see a bird. So he went back to the left because he was going right.
Yeah, he went back to the left. He's about to pop out behind that patch of trees.
Oh, I see him.
You want to smash him?
We can-
271.
We could try.
Nope. We can get him to stop.
Ready?
2. Smacked him. Somebody did. Somebody hit him.
Did we?
Yeah.
He's still cooking to the right. He ain't acting hit.
Yeah, he hit him. He did like a deer jump.
Or scared the pee water out of him. He's still going.
Yeah, he's scooting.
He is still going.
He's way out there now.
Maybe he'll swing to our right and get a shot if he... No, he's over the hill now.
Well, as you can see, There, that is what you don't want to do. We're set up, and you guys can't really tell from this view. I'll probably do like an aerial view of where we're standing. But we're in the middle of a field.
No cover.
No cover at our back. It's a dark night, so like you said, we do it all. There's not a, you know, we could, if we went to our right or left, we could get tucked into a brushy wood line. But then, like, if you stay where we're at, we can see both of the fields on our sides and the field ahead of us.
Yeah. And here we give up cover for
view,
for visibility. Yeah, which I think is the result of why. Not making excuses, but why we take that shot over there as opposed to letting this dog work in. Because one, our wind was bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it.
Two, there's a,
it's going
right
like
the camera.
It's going like right that way, and that's exactly where he came out and then started piddling back, and we knew he wasn't coming. So at that point, that's one of them deals. You guys have seen me in the last couple of videos not taking shots, trying to wait, and sometimes you just got to rip it. You just got to rip it. I mean, at I
think somebody hit him there, but
yeah, at 280, like there's no excuses.
Yeah, we got to both be smacking that dog.
Yeah, we need to hit that. I think we looked back at my video, and I had it. I mean, I had my original reticle, on his tits, but the suggested reticle was a little low, and if anything, I turned him into a tripod. I didn't see his leg flopping, so I don't know. He acted hit, but with a 308 at 300.
It was a goofy thing. I've never seen a coyote jump up like a deer like that.
I mean, we tracked him for
another
400 yards running.
Another thing I'll say is like why I feel like we probably take that shot is like kind of like Anthony said earlier. We've done a lot of hunting together, and if there's one scenario, one type of terrain that just will kill you, it's whenever you have some sort of valley or draw in between you and where the dogs are coming, because when they drop down in that, a lot of your scent, I think, gets in those valleys and runs down those valleys, and I think they know that, and then you're blind and they may pop up somewhere else. That's one of the biggest things I would say that has killed us, is like when we set up close to these valleys and these draws and these things like that, these coyotes use that as
they're terrain, I mean, scavenging dudes. He may have come out, but he may come out behind that fence row where there's just buck brush and you can't get a shot.
Most generally what happens with these draws is they go down in them and we never see them again.
Yeah,
I mean, they're gone.
So. Yeah, and another thing, kind of to feed off what he said, when we first started coyote hunting and tournament hunting is a big one. I mean, when you're tournament hunting, you got to kill dogs. I mean, we didn't really kill it this year in tournaments. We had some good nights, but some people had better nights. But one thing we learned super fast as a group is we were way too patient. I'm not saying be impatient, but know when to take your shots. If a dog looks like he's coming in, give him a chance. But that dog moved this way, said screw that, was evacuating. He wasn't coming in. We knew that at that point, and we said, hey, might as well risk it for the biscuit. You don't know if you don't shoot. Had a safe shot, we took it, and now we know that we just suck. But either way, like, how many dogs do we used to let go because let them come in, or whatever. You're waiting for that perfect they ain't gonna prance into 20 yards and give you a perfect opportunity. So you got to know when to take your shots, and you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Sometimes you miss you miss either way, but I mean, that's what it is. We try to be as real as it can be. Like, we could hide that footage and we only hit when we shoot. That's not the reality of it. No. I mean, you're going to take shots. You're like, I didn't put my second reticle high enough, and no excuses. That's on me.
That's the challenge. It goes back to the challenge of the hunt. I mean, that's what makes it fun, is the failures is what makes the victories more fun. So, I mean, not that wasn't fun right there, just being able to shoot at a coyote, but it'd be a lot sweeter to be able to hold it up and be like, look what we have. But I think the main thing is like Anthony and I had a conversation off camera, and he's like, hey, I said, hey, are we, you think we're done with this stand? He's like, well, I could play a distress sound.
We were like 20 minutes. I just shut the call off because at 31 minutes.
Yeah, and
so
my exact words were, well, I don't think a distress after all that's going to bring a coyote in from 3 miles, because those coyotes that we did here were a little ways away and we never seen them. And he started playing one sound. What was it called?
Baby Bunny from BFA.
Baby Bunny. And I was like, and there's kind of a pause in there. I'm like, what's that all about? He's like, I don't know. And then he's like, well, I could run 2 of them. So this call that we have
it's like a baby bunny squealing, and it goes for like 10 seconds. It'll pause for 5 or 10. It'll play. And I think it sounds realistic because it's like sometimes rabbits just don't constantly squeal. Sometimes they squeal and then the coyote lets them go, and then they pester them again. But then I'm like, hey, I'll run 2.
Yeah, 2 at once.
In a sense, it was like just for fun and to show you guys that you could play 2 sounds at once with the Icotech. And sure as the world, we tickled his fancy. It just not enough that he's going to prance in. But I mean, he was downwind, so it's easy.
Wind was terrible.
It's easy for him to shoot over, catch our wind, and it wasn't.
I think that's probably what he was doing. He was just working back and forth.
He was just if he'd have smelled what he liked, he'd have came in. But he kind of caught something he didn't like and said, to heck with it. And so we sent it. I mean, we'll never know if we hit him or not. I would think if I did hit him with a 308 or you hit him with a 6.5 that he'd go down, but maybe we just didn't hit him ideally.
Yeah.
But without proof, I mean, all we can say is we missed.
Well, the proof is in the pudding for what we're trying to show you guys. I mean, we had a coyote come in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what everyone's trying to learn to do. Everyone wants a coyote to come in to get the opportunity to shoot at one. And we just had it. I mean,
20 minutes, about 20 minutes in, we played multiple sounds, didn't catch him
off a bad wind, standing in the middle of a field. We have the backlight of a house light behind us, so literally the most unideal conditions.
In a field that we've hit, how many times we hit this year?
10, 15 times, ridiculous amounts of times. We stop at this place a lot. It's one of the places that is right off the highway where we go through here all the time.
And we've walked out here many times and seen dogs. So we're like, hey, and we've shot out here a couple times. I mean, we've killed one out here. We've shot at a few that weren't ideal shots, weren't easy shots and didn't hit. And so this is a spot that's educated. And we're still calling in dogs, and we're just educating some more. But it's one of them deals, like we just trying to show the realisticness of it. You don't have to do what other people say. Like, you're going to learn things that people say, oh, I do this, or this is what works best. You're going to find things that work for you. There's a lot of people that say, like, oh, I go to my spots once and I won't hit them again for a month and a half. That's okay. For me, I'm too ate up with it to let a spot set for a month because we don't have a bajillion spots. We have a lot. Yeah. But you can go out, like the last time I went out last weekend, I killed 5, and I was hitting spots that we've hit multiple times this year. I still killed 5 dogs. And I think every dog I killed was 250 and in. And I mean, just don't overthink it. And still respect them. I mean, they're smart like that.
Yeah. We didn't kill that dog, but I mean, we had every opportunity to, and there's definitely people that wouldn't hunt this spot because of this wind.
Yeah.
And we just had an opportunity at a coyote. So.
Yeah. That's why we set up the way we did. Keep an opportunity. Hoping I had the call over here, cattywampus to our right, and because I was hoping if they came from that way, we'd see them and they wouldn't ever catch our wind. If they came from this way, we'd catch them crossing this field to get to the call, and we'd kill them before they ever got downwind. But I mean, you can't plan for everything. You just got to stay ready. And we were ready. We just didn't capitalize. But I mean, man, you're going to have that on coyote hunting. You're not going to hit 100% of the shots you take. If anybody gives you crap, well, I mean,
they miss too.
Yeah, everybody misses, whether they like to admit it or not. It doesn't hurt us to show it because it's going to happen. It is what it is. But we just want to kind of show you guys the setup because this is a whole different deal than the first spot.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys. Is first spot, hadn't hit in 2 months, no luck. Dogs calling back, but from a ways off. Here, dogs calling back from a ways off at a spot that we've hit a ton.
Yeah, so
if you had to put money on it, you'd bet on the first spot over this one, 100%.
Yeah, and we've been to tournaments, where people kill. There may be one team that kills way more than somebody else, and we've heard all kinds of crazy stuff. We've heard people say it's for this reason or that reason or whatever. But I think what we've proved here is that you can go out in the woods in the middle of the night, kill a coyote. We didn't do that tonight. The first spot we were at, there's a lot of woods, a little bit of field there. a lot of woods, a lot of thick woods. Didn't kill a coyote. Didn't call in a coyote.
Yeah.
Come out here, stand on top of a hill, bad wind, backlight. What else?
I mean,
and just had an opportunity at one. But one thing I will say too is there's one place we used to have, and it's actually, I think it's part of our intro, but it's literally just a field. As far as the eye can see, it's just a field, except for a tiny little ditch. And first time we ever went there, we lit up the call, and we're like, was that the call? And there was coyotes. I mean, what were they, 350 yards in a ditch? You couldn't see them. 9 of them piled out.
Yeah, and I mean, you just, I don't know. Like, it's just one of them deals.
It was just a field. Like, it was one of those places where you go, you scan, and you could almost literally say, oh, there's no coyotes here, and leave.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to prove your point even more, there's been so many times, even for me the last couple of weeks, like that right there, we could have shot at that dog. We shot 2 times simultaneously. Both shot once. We could have sat here and kept calling and called in another dog.
Yeah.
Like I've done that multiple times the last couple of weeks. I've shot at dogs, and then here comes another one.
Yeah.
So don't ever rule something out.
Another story for you. Our 6-dog kill was 3 different groups. 3 different groups of dogs. 3 different sets of dogs where we would shoot, kill, keep calling, shoot, kill, keep calling, shoot, kill, keep calling.
End up with 6.
We called in 7 coyotes and killed 6 of them.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just one of the things you're going to have to kind of figure out for yourself on what works in your spot, what spots are your spots to go to. For stand lengths, I mean, we set, like I said, 15, 20 minutes most of the time for tournaments. But that's where, like I said, everyone's different. Like, I can set a place for 30 minutes to an hour, and it won't bother me if I think I'm going to see something. And sometimes Bo's like, hey, we'll give it 10, and if that don't hit, let's move on. I mean, everybody does things a different way, and some things work. But you'll kind of figure out what spots you have produced, what sounds work at those spots, and what sounds work, you know, to get dogs fired up, because that's the name of the game. But
we've kind of showed you our system, and it works for us, and hopefully it'll work for you. Hopefully we've answered all your questions.
Yeah.
I'm sure we try to reply to every comment, so if you have more questions, we'd love to answer them. So if you have questions about questions, we'd love to answer them. So if you have, you know, a question about why we do a certain thing and we didn't answer that in this video, just type out a question. We'll try to answer you. So that's one thing we try to do, is just we try to reach out to everybody. We want everyone to be successful. So
yeah, there ain't no secret. I mean, some people like to harbor secrets, just like, you know, fishing or hunting spots. I mean, man, it's at the end of the day, we're just, I mean, trying to help people out, help people be successful, and give them any knowledge we got. Like I said, we don't think we're professionals by any stretch of the minds. You guys just seen us miss and all that, but we hope, you know, you could take anything that we said that we do, and use it to help you be successful. Ideally, we would have found one kill tonight to show them the whole laser setup, how we mark them and all that. And
if you've watched other videos of ours, you've seen it.
Yeah, I think I may have showed it in one of my videos of like marking it with the laser and all that. But either way,
I'd say
slow night. But what was you saying?
I was just saying, if there's one thing that Anthony and I always want to, like the biggest life hack is just to come to know God.
Yeah,
that's one of the big things we want to mention in every video. And I feel like if we're talking about a beginner's guide, I think a beginner's guide to life is God. So
yeah,
I mean, I feel like that's worth mentioning.
Our relationship with Jesus is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not, it's not gonna, you know, make you more successful hunting and all that, but man, like, it plays into, like, it makes you smarter at hunting. You know, you're not gonna do them silly, stupid things because you're trying to represent your creator in the best light possible, and sometimes that'll save you. Doing stupid things and all that. It keeps you leveled, keeps you grounded. Kind of like you said, we don't give them enough credit. Like the sponsorship with COYOTE, some of the things we've been given. Like me and Bo started this, to kind of tell a short story real quick. Me and Bo started this 5 months ago. Just on a whim, just an idea that we had, and we never in a million years thought it. Not that we don't think we're big, we don't think we're famous, we don't take any of it for granted, or try to get big heads over it. We're just guys that post the stuff we do on YouTube and other social media. But man, like the doors that he's opened for us, and the sponsorships and different things, and just the way he's blessed us on the YouTube. We have we have 2,000 some followers, and everyone, there's a lot of guys that comment. We read everyone, and we try to respond to everyone. And we give him credit for that. He's the one that gives us the opportunity, and with the sponsorships and everything, he's opened doors for us that we never thought were possible. And man, we hope we don't ever take the credit for that, and that we always kind of point you guys to him, because like I said, none of these doors would have opened without him. No. I mean, at the end of the day, so
shooting coyotes is fun, but it just doesn't compare to all the things God has in store for us and you guys. So
just being out in his creation, and it's some of the most peaceful, like best time to be out here and enjoy what he created. And then and if you're out here alone or whatever, just talking to him, I mean, it really puts into perspective, the God that you serve. So
yeah, no doubt. Well, hopefully we've answered all the questions that you guys had, and you got anything else to add to it?
If we forgot anything, maybe on the truck cam on the way back, we'll throw it in. But that'd probably do it.
Appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, like he said, if we forgot anything, just hit us up in the comments, or let us know what you think. If you'd like another version of it, or something. And I think we're gonna get into some fishing soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some fishing. Hopefully we can. We've been really embraced by the coyote hunting, and hopefully it transfers over into fishing.
I'm gonna keep pushing for 100 for the next couple days.
We're almost at 100 coyotes, so
8 off. So need 8 more. We're at 92 on the year, but I'm gonna keep pushing for 100, and then once we hit that, may slow down a little bit on the coyote hunting and let these spots rest, because we've hit it hard and heavy, and then get into some crappie fishing. So if you're into that, be looking for that here really soon, and then hopefully I'll be checking in with you guys and hitting 100 pretty quick for us as a group, and then we'll give it a rest for a little bit, at least until kind of hay season and the pups start coming out and acting silly.
Yeah.
But
one more thing is that we don't ask it too much. It's not something that we want to hassle people on, but if you would subscribe to us, that helps us out a ton.
Oh yeah.
We want to build this channel and just continue to grow. So
yeah, if you
do like watching us, then we would appreciate if you subscribe.
Yeah, give it a like. I mean, we love reading people's comments. I mean, we try, like I said, to comment back to everything we can. But either way, I mean, on the next one, if we don't have time, if there's a lot of questions or something, we don't have time to get out and film a video, we may just get together in the shop, do like a reading the comments,
Q&A,
in person, and answering them right then and there, versus trying to get it together and get out and get hit a bunch of spots. We may just answer them like, this is how we do this, and if it's something we can do. So but either way, appreciate you watching. Thanks for tuning in again. Hopefully this is what everyone was kind of looking for, and answer some questions. And like I said, sucks we weren't able to kill one, but either way, appreciate everyone watching and tuning in. So
God bless.
Yeah.
No weapon, no